science behind sailboat racing, 10th grade personal project. First, what is sailing? A sailboat is a boat that uses wind force on the sails that can be adjusted to move through the water. Often, people think that wind pushes the sail to move the boat. And while that applies when going in the direction that the wind is going, which will come up later, it doesn't apply in other directions. This is where the Bernoulli effect comes in. The Bernoulli effect also applies to the lift of airplane wings. As the wind, as you can see in this picture, goes around the sail, the pressure is different on either side. The pressure on the outside of the sail is lower than the pressure on the inside. The pressure difference is what creates the pull. The Bernoulli effect applies in both air and water. At the same time there is a force on the sail, there is a force on the centerboard or keel in the water, which prevents the boat from moving sideways. The sail force and centerboard or keel force cancel each other out, leaving the total force on the sailboat, thus making it move forward. To get an idea of how this works, imagine squeezing a watermelon seed between your fingers. It shoots forward. This is very similar to the idea between the force of the sail and the force of the centerboard or keel moving the boat forward. Now let's talk about parts of the boat. We will be looking at a laser, the kind of boat that I race, which was designed by Bruce Kirby and consists of a single sail. The front of the boat is called the bow. The back of the boat is called the stern. This is the sail. We saw the effects of the sail when looking at the Bernoulli effect. Next is the hull, which is the boat itself. This is the centerboard. Some larger boats have keels that work the same way. We learned about the effect of the centerboard in addition to the sail when looking at the Bernoulli effect. Here we have the mast. It holds the sail up. Here we have the rudder. This allows you to control the direction in which the hull moves. This is the tiller. It is attached to the rudder, though not in the water, and allows you to steer. Here we have the boom. It attaches to the mast and holds out the bottom of the sail. Lastly, we have the main sheet. This is what you use to control the sail, to either pull it in or let it out. Now, let's move on to racing. This is an example of a triangle race course, which consists of a start and finish line in addition to 3 marks which the boat must sail around. This is the path in which the boats will race around the course. In this case, the starting line is also the finish line. Race committee is in charge of setting up the course, running races, and keeping track of starts and finishes. Now we will watch a boat go through the course. Before the race starts, in many cases, there are 5-minute starts, though this varies, in which boats will get ready to begin racing. They want to cross the line with speed and clear wind. At this point, you may be wondering, why the boat didn't sail straight at every mark? This brings us to points of sail. First, let's talk about port and starboard. These refer to the sides of the boat or sail. Port is left and starboard is right. A starboard tack would refer to the wind coming across the starboard side of the boat, and same goes for port. Points of sail refers to the boat's angle in relation to the direction of the wind. First, we have the no-go zone. If you're in the no-go zone, you're sailing too close to the wind to move effectively. This is roughly 90 degrees, though the no-go zone varies depending on the boat that you're sailing. Some boats can get closer to the wind than others. Here we have close halt. You sail at about 45 degrees to the wind, and this allows you to sail in the direction that the wind is coming from without going into the no-go zone. The boat in the race was zigzagging at this angle to work its way upwind. A close reach also allows you to move upwind, though it isn't as efficient as being close-hauled. And as you can see, your sail is let out further. At a close reach, you're sailing around 60 to 75 degrees from the wind. Here we have beam reach. This is where the boat sails perpendicular to the direction of the wind. You saw the boat moving at this angle behind the start before the race. This is a broad reach, which you saw in two of the legs of the triangle race. This is beyond the perpendicular angle, yet not running downwind. Here the boats are running. While they can technically sail 180 degrees from the wind, most of the time boats are usually 150 to 170 degrees. This is where the idea of the boat being pushed comes into play, because when the boats are at this angle, going in the direction of the wind, the sails act as a bag that are being pushed along by the wind. Now, let's get back to science, starting with physics. In the beginning of the video, we have already touched on physics in looking at how the boat moves through the water by looking at the Bernoulli effect. But now I want to look into VMG, velocity made good. VMG is equal to velocity times cosine angle to the wind. As you can see here, boat speed is our velocity, then we have our angle to the wind, and this is our VMG. The higher the VMG, the faster you are traveling to the mark, because you need a balance of both boat speed and your angle to the wind. Now let's talk about weather, or more specifically, clouds. Why clouds? This can be helpful for both predicting storms and predicting wind. So let's look into types of clouds and what they mean. This is a cirrus cloud. These clouds can indicate that a storm is coming. This is a cumulus cloud. Seeing these early in the day are often signs of wind coming later in the day. Finally, we have nimbus clouds. These are storm clouds themselves. Weather and wind are important components that help formulate the strategy on the race course, in addition to ensuring that you are safe while on the water. Sailing is often referred to as chess on the water. It is a combination of both strategy and practice. For me, learning more information regarding this topic will help me become a better sailor and fulfill my passion.